Hi you guys, welcome to your August 2024 astrological forecast. And I guess some of you are already aware that Mercury's turning retrograde this month on the 5th, okay? But I'm pretty sure some of you, like me even, have already been experiencing it, right? If you have, raise your hand, either one. Yeah, it's been pretty bad here. But anyways, please forgive me if I repeat myself or forget to say something or other or whatever, okay? I do have a video that I did on Mercury retrograde a while ago. There's a link to it in the description box below, so probably would be a good idea to listen to that video, okay? But for now, I just have to say, okay, start off with a new moon in Leo on the 4th. Okay, Venus is moves into Virgo also on that day, on the 4th, okay? Then on the 5th, Mercury has been in Virgo, right? So it turns retrograde in Virgo and falls back actually into Leo on the 14th. Then turns direct on the 28th, still in Leo. Okay, so we're going between two signs, Leo and Virgo. And then on the 19th, there is a full moon in Aquarius. On the 22nd, the sun moves in to Virgo. And on the 29th, Venus moves into Libra. So not a whole lot of movement, kind of like with the planets, just the inner planets, the sun through like Venus. You know, Mars is still in Gemini the whole month. Jupiter's in Gemini. Uranus is in Taurus, and Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, and Saturn and Neptune in Pisces are both retrograde. Okay, so it just seems like there isn't a lot of movement, you know. But anyways, I would like to let everybody know, you know, to check my community tab on my channel for updates or anything you might be wondering about. I usually post things there to let you guys know whatever's going on or what I'm up to. Also, I want to thank my subscribers and anyone for tuning in and liking and sharing and commenting on my videos. Thank you so very much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I think there was something else I needed to tell you, but there we have it. It's more than likely Mercury retrograde, and I will remember it after I turn this video off, right? Well, anyways, now for your forecast. Hi, Sagittarius. So, you know, the sun is still in Leo up until the 22nd in your 9th house. You are the natural ruler of the 9th house. 9th house is long distance travel and communications, foreign countries, people, languages, higher learning, media and publishing, legal matters, many things. This is your where you form your opinions, your philosophy on life, your spiritual and religious beliefs, you know, stuff like that. But you're kind of usually right at home when planets are here because, again, you're the natural ruler of the 9th house, right? So Venus has been here for a while, you know, well, like since last month, but it will be moving on the 4th into Virgo. I'll get to that in a minute. So and Mercury has already been in Leo like since last month. Right now it's in Virgo. It starts off in Virgo, the month of August, right? Starts off with Mercury in Virgo turning retrograde on the 5th and then falling back here into your 9th house again, back into Leo on, let's see here, the 14th. Then it moves direct in Leo on the 28th. Okay, eventually going back into Virgo, right, back and forth. So you may have had plans, some kind of plans, maybe to travel. 9th house, though, is a media and publishing. It is a social media internet house, so you could have been online a lot more than usual. If you have a website, you've been spending a lot more time with that. If you don't have one, you more than likely are going to create one sooner or later. simply for the fact that you have Pluto in your 3rd house, which is directly across from your 9th house. These are both internet houses, okay? So, and communication houses. So if you don't already have a YouTube channel, website, podcast, something or other, some kind of social media platform, now would probably be the time to do something like that, okay? As far as this is also the house of adventure, okay? So, you know, you may have already taken off on one, right? Mercury retrograde sometimes brings a little bit of like a hard time, kind of. Sometimes when you're traveling, a lot of time reservations are screwed up, or, you know, flights, you know, are canceled, or, you know, whatever. Even if you're doing a road trip, you know, you come across detours or something or other. So you could be currently already on, you know, your adventure or vacation, or just traveling, period. You could even do that like for your livelihood, whatever. So expect, you know, a little bit of screw ups, whatever. Listen to my video on Mercury retrograde, okay? Also in communications, this being one of the major communication houses, and it is long distance, but it could be any kind of communication. You could, you know, like even at this time when Mercury does turn retrograde, maybe you did want to take a trip or do something. There was something that possibly you wanted to do. Could be an adventure, could even be local, does not have to like involve travel at all. And for some reason it didn't come about. Well, when Mercury turns retrograde, you may have the chance to actually do that. Same thing with travel. Mercury retrograde works both ways, okay? Yes, it is sometimes hard to do stuff because of it, but sometimes the opportunity to redo something even, or review, or whatever comes about again because of Mercury retrograde. So don't be surprised also if you hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while, or you know, just something that you weren't planning on, you know, is suddenly back in the picture. And a lot of times too, you could even run into people on social media, maybe that you haven't been in touch with for a while, okay? You could also end up maybe taking a class or learning something, or maybe you were already in the process of learning something, okay? And a lot of times this doesn't require like a traditional classroom setting. I mean, you could just be watching videos on YouTube even, or having someone show you how to do something, and maybe you weren't getting it, you know, it just wasn't clicking with you, but when Mercury turns retrograde, it all may start to fall into place. You know, weird things happen, okay? But you know, expect to hear, I believe, some kind of communication from somebody who lives at a distance, could be in another country even, okay? And, you know, with Venus still here up until the 4th, you're still, there's still a possibility that it could be involving a long-distance romance. It doesn't always have to. It's more than likely a friendship of some kind, okay? But when Venus moves into Virgo on the 4th, that is your 10th house. Your 10th house is your most public house. It's how you're known to the public, okay? How they know you and speak about you, even write about you, let's say like on social media. Okay, so if you were like a celebrity type person, or have recently been, you know, involved in something that's newsworthy, you know, maybe someone interviewed you or something, and this would be like it, possibly when it would be aired, but it would be when you would be getting a lot more attention. Like when the sun moves in here, it will like increase. The attention towards you will increase. But right now you're already getting a lot of attention simply because you have Mercury here. Now when Venus moves here, If you've listened to my past videos, you'll know that I always tell people, you know, when Venus is in your own sign, your first house or your 10th house, to milk it for all you can, okay? These are nice placements for Venus. It brings you a lot of like really nice attention. People find you far more appealing at this time than they do any other time. And they're more than likely noticing your appearance more than anything else about you, even though they could be discussing your personality or something, your style or whatever, but it's usually your appearance that everyone is admiring, okay? And this is a nice time also to, like you have like good relations with higher ups, anyone in a position of power that can grant you whatever, you know, the authority to give you something, you know, the go-ahead or more money or something or other. Even if you're self-employed, you could have like a prestigious client that really pulls a lot of strings for you and stuff, you know, whatever. But you enjoy a lot of nice attention at this time, to, you know, from the public or whatever. When the sun moves here on the 22nd, that, like I said, all that will increase, okay? More attention to you. This is like when you make possibly some kind of big move, especially with Mercury turning retrograde here, like on the 5th. A lot of times when that happens, a place where either you used to work, someone you used to work with, or a previous position that you inquired about, that you were interested in, comes back into focus. You know what I mean? Somebody contacts you about a position that, you know, to see if you would be interested in it or something or other. You know what I mean? You may even, like, make some kind of statement, like a public statement. Even if it's just in a social media post, you know, that gets an awful lot of attention, you know, and it's good attention. It's not something like cocky or something, I believe, that can be misinterpreted, even though there will always be people that will try to do that, especially to you right now, okay? There just seems to be people around a lot of times that are really just trying to befriend you. Is that a good word to use? I don't even know if there is such a word, but what the hell, I just made it up, right? Anyways, just due to the fact that Mars and Jupiter together are in Gemini in your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships. Okay, this is also the house of arrangements and agreements and the house of open enemies and competition. And there's always somebody here, you know, that it seems, is like trying to come in from your past, and that is just because you have right now Neptune and Saturn and Pisces in your 4th house of your past, okay, and many other things. But it just seems like because you're kind of like the center of attention right now, and will be more so after the sun moves here on the 22nd into your 10th house, right? That you will be hearing from people, you know, from your past more than likely, that are trying to re-enter your life, okay? Trying to, for, you know, whatever. I always say those people are in your past for a reason, because that's where they belong. You know, there's some reason that they're not currently with you, right? So I would really think twice about anyone who contacted me at this time to try to renew a friendship or any kind of relationship at this time, even an employer. Okay, doesn't have to be, you know, an ex or a friend or whatever. It could even be a previous employer, and there's a reason that you left them, right? Okay, so this new moon, though, on the 4th is happening in your 9th house again, where you have Leo, which brings a new beginning here. So it's a new start to something, okay, that I feel also involves your 10th house where you have Virgo. So I feel it's like involving your career in some way or other. You are doing something a little different, or learning something possibly, or like I want to say rehashing, even though that's probably not the word I would really use. But if you have something that you are already doing, you're like tweaking it in such a way that you're making it new, or something, some kind of new feature, let's put it that way, new feature to it, okay? Now there's a full moon on the 19th in Aquarius in your 3rd house, where you have the sign of Aquarius. And the 3rd house is like your everyday life. It is your neighborhood, your neighbors, your siblings. It's all forms of communication, even the written word. Okay, this is where regular postal mail falls, you know, text message, voice message. This is also the house of short distance travel. There's, you know, just Pluto here at this time, you know, like I said, it's retrograde. Something could come back up again around this time regarding something in your neighborhood, or a neighbor, or you could receive some kind of communication that might seem a little bit alarming, or just a surprise, possibly unexpected, you know, maybe not really, you know, or again, you could just hear from someone possibly that you haven't heard from in a long time. But full moons exist to bring a problem to the surface, okay, so you can deal with it and then be done with it. So maybe that's what's going on here. It could be some kind of communication that you are finally, you know, making sure you're very clear about whatever it is that you mean. And again, it could be somebody in your neighborhood, or you know, anything or anyone, but it could be regarding something that, possibly that's going on in your neighborhood. But anyways, so then Mercury falling back into Leo, and then turning direct again on the 28th. So we're back to something or other being straightened out, okay, in regards to, again, travel, possibly long distance communication, something or other, okay. And then Venus moves into Libra, and your 11th house of sociability, your most sociable house. This is where your friends and acquaintances fall. Social media, socializing in person or online. With Venus just moving here, it's not making too much impact right now, so I'll cover that a little bit more for like next month, okay. But you know, it does give you like the feeling of wanting to get out there and like see your friends or do something, okay. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Sagittarius on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Gemini, and those dates are the 26th and 27th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The best time for money is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 15th, 16th, 17th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for your career is the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and the best time for communication and travel is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for August. Be sure to check out my weekly forecast, which is now like daily shorts. Okay? See ya!